Hi again. Welcome back to my podcast for Single Girl in a Virtual World. What does a 21st century feminist look like? You can see I have no makeup on today. I decided this week's podcast we would talk about self-image. I'm guilty just as any other woman probably in America and the world whenever I look at fashion magazines and look at the celebrities in Hollywood and all of their gorgeous makeup and skin and hair and all that sort of stuff, and just wish that I could just wave a magic wand and look like that. But alas, it takes work, and I'm sure all of the celebrities in Hollywood probably tell you the same thing, though the magazines make it look relatively easy. So I thought I would talk about self-image in terms of makeup and what it means to a woman to apply makeup. I had a really interesting conversation on the Joy Rose show 2 weeks ago, and she posed a question. It was just a joke, but she asked if feminists wore makeup. And at first I thought she wasn't kidding. I thought it was, a serious question, and was it relevant to feminists whether or not we felt that putting on a face full of makeup somehow made us more beautiful, helped us get better jobs, helped us get better husbands, prettier children, the need for, or lack of the need of plastic surgery, and if makeup actually makes us feel better, and is it because we put it on for other women, or do we put it on for men? Sort of what's the purpose behind makeup, and self-worth issues. We always look at these girls, and I'm guilty of it. When I was 12 or 13, of course I didn't have an older sister. My younger sister had me, and always looked up to me and wanted to look like me and start wearing makeup. We played around in our mother's makeup cases and wore lipstick and high heels and all that sort of stuff. And I just wonder, what makes us want to grow up so fast? What makes us feel that we have to wear makeup to have some sense of identity that's different from who we are outside of wearing makeup? Now, granted, I look better with makeup on. It helps to make me feel better. I don't know, more polished, maybe more put together. I can hide all of my little flaws and things that I don't particularly like. I want the world to see. And I guess that's kind of maybe what it's about. And certainly if I showed up for a job interview in makeup, I would probably have a much better chance of getting a job, because I think making yourself up, having a polished look, taking time to groom yourself shows that you have self-worth. Perhaps better self-worth than someone who doesn't wear makeup. I don't know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? It's definitely something women have debated forever. And I don't know that it's necessarily controversial, but it certainly warrants some discussion, because it takes a lot of time to put on makeup and to make our faces and what am I looking for? And to look pretty. And do we do it for others, or do we do it just for ourselves? So I don't know. I just think it's an interesting question. When I don't go to work or have to go out into the world, even if I have to just run to Walmart or something, I know there are some women that wouldn't step out the door without a stitch of makeup on. And I don't know, I guess the older that I've gotten, it just doesn't seem to bother me as much. I don't know. Even when I was in LA and I was always out running errands or doing whatever, I always had a face of makeup on, because you never know who you were going to run into. And you always wanted to be camera ready, and, in case you run into Spielberg at Whole Foods or Brad Falchuk at Trader Joe's. So these things are important. But as I've gotten older, I mean, in my 20s, again, it was such a big deal. It was such a huge part of who my self-image was. And I just, always felt that I couldn't walk out. Even though, I don't know, I guess when I was in high school, I was an athlete. So I never played with, well, no, that's not true. I did. I always went out with makeup on. Okay, so there's your point. Even as an athlete in high school, I always wore a full face of makeup to go out and play. And I look at a lot of the athletes and stuff now, and I guess it depends on where you're from. I mean, I grew up in Oklahoma, and I played softball, and I played basketball, and I was, a huge athlete in school. That was my life when I was in high school. And even in college, as a freshman in college, I had a scholarship to play basketball. But it still separated me from, I guess, other athletes who didn't want to wear makeup. And then there's that whole sports, lesbian, non-makeup, kind of thing, which really drives me crazy. Because no, I'm not a lesbian. I don't have a problem with lesbians. I don't have a problem with women who don't want to wear makeup. I don't have a problem with women who wear too much makeup. I just think it's an interesting question that we should talk about. So I'm going to finish putting on my makeup here, and I'll come back to you in just a second. So, there you have it. Full face of makeup. And that's how I want to pose this week's question. Do you think makeup is important for a woman's self-image? Do you think it perpetuates falsity or some sort of fake image? Is it fun? Is it for fashion? Is it to create an illusion? Or is it just simply to get ahead in the world? Is it used as a tool to make ourselves more beautiful than we already are? Or are we beautiful enough without makeup? I want to hear you. Sound off. Let me know on Twitter. Tweet me at twitter.com Feminist Project, or on Facebook in the 21st Century Feminist group, or on my YouTube page. I would love to hear or see a video response to this. I'd love to see you guys put on your makeup. See if you're bold enough to come on and have millions of viewers look at you without makeup on and see courageous feminists everywhere. Show us your real, true face forward and feel confident enough to be either in or outside of makeup. So my my YouTube is youtube.com/21stcenturyfeminist, or visit me on my blog at 21stcenturyfeminist.com. And I look forward to hearing and seeing from you very soon. Thanks. Peace.